Okay. Happy. Okay, this is my water. I'm drinking water right now. This is the Brainsville channel. Back with a kind of a touch, and I have a touching, and I have something of a touch and go. Something of a touch and go subject here. Special ed. Special ed. Special education. Like who cares? Like a minimum. So let's get started with a dose of salt and a thermos of water and get into this. That hurts my teeth. Okay. Oh. Okay. First, first up, here, this is the Brainsville channel. If anyone's just coming into it for the first time, and let's get right into it. Special education. I I'm a fellow that could take it or leave it, really. Like never, it's never done me anything. It's never done me any bad. It's never done me bad. It's I went through it in high school, but I didn't know. But like I went through that in high school, but it was something, but it was never something I was interested in. And it was the higher, and it was the low point, and it probably was the lowest point, and that was pretty much the lowest point of my whole life, having to get up every morning, go to high school, and get and really be the sales, and really be like it was never really like I did special education. Okay, I did the special ed circuit in high school, and I got nowhere, and I got nowhere with it. Okay, I got nowhere with it. Second, first, and I want to, and I would like to send, and I would like to shout out to my sister, and I would like to shout out to my sister here. I would like to shout out to my sister. Hi, how's it going? This is about her. This is about her. This is a well. It's not entirely about her so much, but it's about but it's a but it's a whole thing. But it's about like teachers and the students and anything and and just about anything and just about anything that's got to do with Down syndrome in the name or peculiar uh, or people with peculiar or people with peculiar like avenues of people with peculiar um, IQs, or put it another way, or to put it another way, um, peculiar needs, or sweetheart, like like what is with this malarkey? You know, like I like I mean what what is what is the big deal about this malarkey? You know, just just because a guy or a girl has special or peculiar needs, they're a self advocate. They're they're the perfect candidate for special education. I holy damn it! Like I mean, holy damn it is what I got to say to that. They're not. It it does mean that. Like it does not mean that at all. It it doesn't like because a guy or girl is like special needed or peculiar needed, that they're a perfect candidate for special education. Like I mean, holy damn it, is that ever the wrong way to do? Like holy damn it, they're they're not even they're not even they're not even candidates of knowing how to run they're not like that doesn't make them a candidate. Like just because they have peculiar needs, or you know, that makes them a candidate for that special education. They they barely they they barely are the candidates of their own. They barely are the candidates of knowing what to wear to go. They barely are the candidates of knowing what to wear before they get to school. Let alone, you know, like I'm sorry to repeat this, but they're not candidates for that. They're they're barely even candidates of knowing what to wear before they get to school. So how does that make any sense? You know, I I have Down syndrome. I have cerebral palsy. I have cerebral palsy. I have this and I have that. That makes me a candidate for going to high school in the special ed department. I like, oh my god, you you're gonna do your homework on that because that doesn't even sound inviting. If anything, like you know, and I say this proudly because I never was a candidate for that. I say this proudly. I say this. I'm saying this proudly because I never was a candidate special education. Like I did it. Pardon me. Like I did it. Like I did it, and I went through it. But that doesn't mean I was the candidate of it. That's like turn to what like anyone like for anybody like for anyone having to go through that. Let 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 me tell you it's let me tell you it is far uh, it is far from anywhere. Let me tell you it it is far from like working hard. Okay, it is far from working hard because it isn't working hard. You know, you have peculiar needs, and it's made and homework schoolwork is like made easy for you. That's all. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry to I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but that's basically it. It's made it's education that's been made easy. It's education that's been made easy for people so they can pass. That's all it is. And I'm sick. And I'm not getting in the ways. Like like I'm not telling it. like I am not telling you you shouldn't do that. I I went there, I did it, and now look at me, and now look at me now. I'm I'm just as confused now than I was when I was first walking in. It didn't it didn't do me bullshit. It didn't do me bullshit, and I can tell you why it didn't do me bullshit. I I'm very sensitive. I I am really sensitive. I I am more than very sensitive about my version of Down syndrome. I am so I am very sensitive. I am very sensitive. I'm sorry for getting that out there. I I am very I am more than very uh, sensitive about my version of. I am more than very sensitive about my rendition of Down syndrome, because my rendition of Down syndrome is that is that I barely have any of it. You know, I barely have any of it to to necessitate an entire classroom of people with Down syndrome. You know, and that's not me, and that isn't just me. Many many hundreds of people with peculiar needs wish wish they could say that, but they can't. They wish they could say that, but they can't. You know, like not like I'm not like I like I'm not hurt. Like I'm not very hurt. Like it takes a lot. Like it takes more than a lot to hurt me. You know, having it takes more than a lot to hurt me with something. But if you were gonna hurt me with something special, special education would be a great way to hurt me. You know, it'd be a great way to hurt me. I didn't. I I never should have had that. I I never should have had that. I never. I never should have had that because of my IQ. You know, of my Down syndrome IQ, which is really high up there. You know, I I never should have had that or even went through that because of my because of my intent to learn. You know, my intent to learn was so high and beyond that that it was hurting me to see that I was being put into a box like that. Like, and this is going out to my sister. This is going out to the kindergarten uh, teachers that I had. This is going out to this is going out to anybody who is beginning to go that direction, they they already are in that direction. Pull, pull back and take a look at what's really going on here. You know, the larger imprinted picture is that they're, they're making fun of you. They're making fun of you at your suspense. At your suspense, they're making fun of you and the way that you should be educated. Like, I mean, take a look at it. The larger picture is that you're doing it, but you haven't come to terms with yourself in terms of your education. You know, they're depriving you of it. I don't I know they wouldn't say that to you. Like, I know they wouldn't say that. It's like you're just it's like you're just another log in the fireplace. You know, like when I mean, where are people going to wake up? Edu- Special education is good for some things, but it's not good for all things. I mean, wake up and smell the most, like, I mean, wake up and smell the funeral flowers here. You know, like, it's good for some things, special ed, but it's not good for everything. I'm, like, if anything, I'm a candidate for that. You know, I, one, I, one, I knew I didn't belong there, and two, and three, and, and two, I was a nervous wreck, exposing, ex, exposing, you know, my copy of Down syndrome, like, to the world in that education field. I didn't. I I got to a point where I didn't even want to go. You know, to high school because my intent to learn was so above and beyond, and not just there. You know, in kindergarten, my my intent to learn was so much higher above me that I was literally getting hurt by these events. You know, I was not I was not set in the I was not dressed emotion. I was not dressed to be in these kind of situations. You know, like I just was. Like I just wasn't. The world. Sorry for getting loud there. All over the wild, like all over the like and that like that wasn't like I mean that wasn't fair to give to a little kid. That wasn't fair to give to a little kid like me, and then to a fine young man like me. Like my intent to learn, and I'm sorry to say this again, is was so far beyond, and it still is, and it still is. It still is. I had like I mean now I'm going to like libraries and stuff like that, but the thing, but to get my actual education, and I got it from the library system, which I never got anywhere. You know, I got it from the library circuit, the library system. But in the beginning, but the only now now I would have died. Now now I would have drowned if it wasn't. Now I would have drowned if it wasn't for the the the. Now I would have drowned emotionally if it wasn't for the drama class I was taking. The drama class that I was taking. I would have drowned if it wasn't for the drama classes that I was taking in high school. You know, I was acting like I'm not a trained actor, but you know, I'm an actor from birth. You know, like it's in my family. So so if anything, it was the drama class. It was drama class that got me that spoke to me, that took me from not even being looked at. And in the drama field, I was getting looked at. I was, you know. So I based my entire life on that. You know, I'm I'm an actor. I want to be in movies. I want to be in. I want to have a YouTube channel, which is this. I want I I I want my intent to learn to be around the things that I'm picking up. Not in the high school circuit, but like outside of it, you know. But I had drama class in high school that woke me up. That woke me up and gave me meaning. You know, like the special ed gave me the the only thing special education ever gave me was that my nose was on my face. That was it. That was it. You know, the only thing special education ever taught me was that I have a nose on my face in drama. In drama class, they they did that. There goes the phone. I'm just gonna talk over it. Um, I'm hey phone, I'm live in here. Some days I wish I could just take that thing off the hook. I'm not gonna I'm I'm not gonna answer that because I'm live. Like I'm not gonna answer that because I'm going live here, and that would disrupt what I'm trying to do. So thank you for that point there. I like I realized I could answer that, but I'd rather not do that when I'm live. You know, like I don't want to like like I don't want to be bitching on the phone when I should be bitching to my audience in here. So that's why I don't want to. So that so this that's the you see, like I don't want to be bitching on the phone when I can be bitching to the audience that I'm talking to in here. So thank you for that, and thank you for that. Yeah, because you know I don't I don't want to be yeah on the phone. I want to be yeah to my audience in here. You know, like I would like like that would be like running away from my audience, and I do not want to do that. I do not want to do that. Um. So yeah. So yes, yeah to that. Anyway, my and besides, I'm on a roll in here. I, and besides, I'm on a roll. All right, like I don't want to break that up. My so so back to this. Like you might say, my inner cat Black was talking to me. You know, in high school. And by the way, since I just mentioned that, this is hello. I want to say hi to Cat Black here. Hi, hey Cat. I hope she gets this in her feed because this would be a bad because this would be a perfect thing to educate people, especially folks like Cat Black, to get the insider to get the insider's view of like who who I am and who I was and what I was battling with at the time of going to high school and getting nowhere, you know. But I got more than somewhere in, in drama class, in acting class. I got more than somewhere. That was the height. That was the highest point, the highest level in my career of being a student. You know, I didn't. I. It's not. It's not that I didn't want to. It's not that I did want to. Like it's not that I didn't want to be. Like it's not that I. Like it's not that I didn't want to be like going to high school. I wanted to. It just. It's just that it wasn't ready for me. It's just that it wasn't ready for me, and it just wasn't ready for me. But I got into drama class there, and that was the and that was the and that was my inner cat black, and that was my inner cat black talking right there, like or the inner whatever talking to me. You know, that was the inner me talking. But I don't want to make this video too long. I don't. But at the, but at the same time, I want people to know. I want my sister to know, and I want Cat Black to know that special education destroyed me. It destroyed me. It gave me. It didn't give me anywhere. It did not give me anything. It didn't give me anything. It just told me, like, you know, the furthest thing from my mind was that, you know, I wanted to go to high school. I wanted to learn, but special education for me just didn't cut it. I didn't fit in there. I didn't fit in there. I did not fit in that situation. And on top of that, it wasn't even in my world, you know? So, but I learned, but I learned a lot about myself in there. I can tell you that. I learned a lot about myself in there, things that I needed to know about myself, and to stand up for the people that have Down syndrome and peculiar needs, and saying that this is not a healthy situation for everyone. It's a healthy situation for some, but it's not a healthy situation for all. You know, to be to be cut off from your to be cut off from what you from your learning intent like that. You know, it's maybe for some it's a healthy move, but it's not a healthy move for everyone in that field. Take a look at me. Take a look at some people that take a look at like any special ed field, you know, and trying to think and trying to compare me to it. You wouldn't you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to because one, I didn't fit in there. Two, it was not a part it was not in my world. It was not in my world. And three and and three and three. I did not I just didn't qualify, you know? But as I said, drama acting classes was my wake up call, you know? So that's what got me out of it, you know? That's what got me out of it. That's what got me on my feet, actually, you know, was the drama classes. You know, I needed something as a lift, and that was the lift. So I just want to make I just I just want to make that clear that it's not that special education is not for everyone. It isn't. It's for some. It's for some. It's for some people in that field, but it's not for all of them. You know, if it was for all of them, there wouldn't be any need to know. Or I take that back there. Well, if it wasn't for like, if it wasn't for drama class, I would have definitely ran out of there long before graduation. I like I'll tell you, like I might as well be honest about that. I I might I might as well be honest about that. If it wasn't for drama class, I would have flew out of there long before I graduated. You know, it's better. In some cases, it's better to be a high school dropout than to be um, labeled and not being looked at. You know, in some cases, you know, especially in my case, especially in my case, it's better to be a high school dropout than to not being looked at all. You know, like in some cases, my case especially, it's better to be a high school dropout than to be made fun of and have my intent to learn destroyed. So I'll leave you with this. I want to leave you with this. It's better. It's better to be, you know, a loner. And so I'm going to leave you with this, all right? It's better to be a loner and find your own education field instead of being looked at like you're Frankenstein's monster in class. So having said that, I'll see you in the funny pages. And if I don't see you in there, I'll see you back in here. Goodbye for now, and goodbye for now. And I'll see you in the next thing whenever I make it.